The first sales call I literally ever had was in around January of 2023. It was the dude in the pressure washing niche. He hopped on the sales call, I had my camera on, and he had his on as well. And immediately, it was very sketchy. He was like a weird looking shirtless old guy. He was in a caravan, and it was really uncomfortable. I tried to use my script, I tried to use like the whole pitch deck for about 5 minutes, and eventually the guy was kind of fed up. He just asked me for my price, and so I honestly just left the call midway through. Like I literally just left and blocked him. That happened time and time again until I actually eventually signed my first client. And after that, I was able to develop a full system for closing where that's never going to happen, and you're going to actually be able to trigger someone's emotions properly in order to get them to close. To get someone over the action threshold needed for them to convert, you need pain and you need confidence. You need pain in the current situation, so they want to obviously get away from that pain and go to their future desired situation, and they need confidence that you and your offer will actually take them there. So what I'm going to do right now is show you the exact script that I've been using for a long time to really create a lot of pain in the current situation and create a lot of confidence in your offer, your product, and your service. Okay? So not going to waste any more of your time, let's go straight into it. So I'm literally going to give you an autistic level, step-by-step guide exactly how to close your clients, okay? So this link right here, it's going to be in the description, so you can go down, follow along with this video, and you can literally use the script, obviously just modify it so it makes sense for you, and you can start using it for your sales calls. There's 5 parts. Before that, we have to go over some pre-call things, because the call doesn't start when the person shows up, it starts before it. And how you are before the call and how you're acting before the call is going to be a big factor in how well the call goes. So you want to come to this doc 10 minutes before the call, and be ready to send an email 5 minutes before the call, and join the Zoom meeting 5 minutes before the scheduled start time. So if the call is at 9, then you show up, you join the Zoom call at 8:55. And also at 8:55, you send them an email saying, hey, I'm on the call, here's the link to the Zoom, and join whenever. And then next thing is you need to have a piece of paper and a pen in front of you to write notes, because you obviously, you want to have notes for the call. And especially, there's going to be a part in here where we ask them how much money they're making and how much money they want to make. Those are really 2 of the most important numbers that you need to dot down. And then remove all distractions, be in a quiet environment. So for example, if you live with your parents or you live with roommates, tell them to be quiet, tell them you have to go on a call, and make sure that there's no big sounds around you. You don't want any of that. Try to remove all of that. Yeah? Make sure you're ready to record the call. You can either just record it on Zoom, you can use Streamlabs, you can use OBS, you can use whatever. I literally just use Loom. Right? It's so easy. I just start recording on Loom, kind of like how I do it for this video, and then after, it's just done, right? It's like, and then I just have a Loom link that I can use everywhere. I don't have to download anything. I release all attachments with yes, and only aim to diagnose, like a doctor issuing a diagnosis before prescribing a solution. So for the whole questioning phase of the sales call, which is going to be the majority of it, you're not trying to close them at all. All you're trying to do is diagnose if they're going to be a good fit for you. And that's all. And next one, it's really important, is relax, bro. See this for what it is, not who you are. That's very important. So most people see things for who they are. So for example, you're seeing a sales call as this big, super, most important moment where your whole life is on the line, because if you don't close this person, you can't make your rent, blah, 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 blah. See it for what it is. All it is a Zoom call with another person, and you're just talking for a bit. It's not that deep. Yeah? You are going to enjoy it, and you're gonna have a fun time. I literally read this because I was stressing too much about the sales calls. So I wrote you're gonna have a fun time with that. It's not that deep. You have nothing to worry about. It's just one sales call. And think about how you're gonna feel 1 hour from now. You'll be happy you took the call no matter the outcome. So whether they show or they don't show, or they close or they don't close, no matter what, you in the future 1 hour from now is gonna be happy that you show up to the call. And just a standard rule: leave the call if they don't show up for 15 minutes. So if the call's at 9, at 9:15 you leave. And then a little affirmation thing if you want to do, say this and believe it. Sales calls are calm, easy, enjoyable. I am excited and very happy to take a sales call. I have my prospect's best interest in mind, which keeps me calm, confident, and I feel as though a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Okay? So going into the call, you should be in a quiet environment. You should have a pen and paper ready. You should be recording the call, and you should be in a good mental state, right? You're not trying to close them straight away. You're just trying to diagnose. You're calm, cool, collected. Okay? First part is the agenda. So this can last anywhere between, honestly, 20 seconds, 10 seconds to 10 minutes. Okay? So you just say, hey man, how are you? They say, I'm good, Matt, how are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. Where are you Where are you calling from? I make X place, blah, blah, blah. General small talk, right? And so this small talk can end right here after this, or extend for a few more minutes. It's kind of case by case. For some people, you can tell they kind of want to get straight into it. So if they do, you say, great, well, if it's all right with you, you're happy to just jump straight into it. Or maybe they want to keep on continuing with the questioning for a few more minutes. That's fine as well. But you don't want those last two, at the very, very most, this is pushing it. I'm actually going to change it to 5. The very most, 5-10 minutes. Because it's cool to get more rapport, but it's this is what the call is about, right? So when you're ready, you say, great, well, if it's all right with you, are you happy to just jump straight into it? And then they say, yep, let's do it. So you say, perfect, So name. What we're going to do is I'll start off by asking some questions about your agency. So this is obviously for me. I'll get rid of this because I work with agency owners, so I say agency. But you'll say your gym, your roofing business, your dental practice, etc. And your goals and everything like that. And if it sounds like an interrogation, I am sorry. I just want to be very thorough. And from there, if it sounds like I can help you, I'll go over how our program works, right? So your program, what you're doing. Then you can ask some questions and decide whether or not it's for you. Does that make sense? And they say, yeah, let's do it. That's all the agenda is. 1 to 5 minutes. Part 2, this is the biggest part, is a line of questioning. And this takes between 20 and 40 minutes if you're doing it properly. So the goal here is define if they're a good fit, then separate the current and desired situation and create pain in the current situation. Okay? So I'll zoom in so we can see this a bit better. This is how you want the sales call to work. You have your prospect with a clearly defined current state and a clearly defined desired state. So you clearly define where they are right now and where they want to be, specifically with that monthly recurring revenue that we're going to write down, right? And then it says here, truly masterful salespeople can create separation from an agitated situation and a clearly defined desired situation, right? These 2 states. Then they position themselves and their offer as the key to that desired situation. So to put it simply, truly masterful salespeople don't sell things, they sell futures. So we want to clearly define the current state, clearly define the desired state, and create pain, right? A lot of these questions are about building pain in the current state so that they want to take action to get to that desired state, right? So it's those 2, and then it's also just actually making sure that they're a good fit. So we say, first of all, can you tell me what motivated you to put time aside and take this call? And then if they don't, so right away from here, they could go into like a deep, they could actually tell you, oh yeah, it's because these problems coming up. But most of the time they're going to say, I just want more info. But that's not good enough. We need to dig more. So when they say, I just want more info, you say, yeah, I'm completely on board with that. But what did you want more information regarding? Are there any problems you're currently facing right now with the agency, or for example, the roofing, whatever it is that you're doing? Are there any problems right now you're currently facing with the business that you might have come on this call to get solved, right? You want an answer that comes with a problem that they're facing, okay? And then we explore that. So we say, when you say XYZ problem, what do you mean exactly? Okay, could you explain in a little more detail? Okay, and so why do you think this problem exists, right? We have to find a problem and expand on it. Okay, have you tried to fix it in the past? Okay, and how long has this problem existed for? Okay, and so what services or service do you provide, right? So this doesn't invoke any pain, but what this does is makes them qualified. Because obviously, if I'm in the gym niche and they say we do like physical restoration, we do massaging, I know that they're not going to be in my niche, though. They're not a good fit for me, right? So we are extracting pain, but we also want to make sure that they're qualified, so that they're a good fit for us. Okay, and what makes you think? What makes you different from all the other people in your niche? So roofers, gyms, whatever it is. Okay, so for your clients, what main problems are you solving for them? Okay, and what's the process that takes someone from a stranger to a paying customer with you? So what's the whole kind of system for getting clients? Okay, and how do you structure your pricing? Write more information. What methods you currently using to get clients? Because obviously, if they aren't getting clients, they don't really have any proper methods. It's going to invoke more pain. Do you have any systems in place right now to get clients on demand? Right, this word on demand, once again, invokes more pain. Are you comfortable with how it's going right now on the growth side of the business? Invoking more pain, right? That's the whole goal here. How many appointments are you currently booking per day? This is my favorite question. In the whole script, this is my favorite part right here. So what this is basically, this question makes them feel bad about themselves. I mean, obviously, that's a bad thing, but we want them to feel bad about the current situation so that they can take action to get to the desired situation where they're happy, right? When you say per day, if they're booking 1 meeting per week and they have to reframe the question themselves and be like, bro, it's not even a per day thing. I'm booking 1 appointment per week, maybe 1 appointment every 2 weeks. That right there is going to be so moving in terms of evoking pain, because they have to reframe the whole question just to give you a proper answer. So in doing that, they're going to realize how much of a dire situation they're in and how much they actually need your help and how much money you're making per month with the business at the moment. And right here, it's really important. You must get a specific monthly revenue figure before proceeding. Do not proceed until you have this. Getting this number is imperative to closing the sale. Okay? So you can't move right here. You can't move forward until they tell you how much money they're making per month, right? And then how much do you want to be making in 6 to 8 months from now. So this is so important. You need to get a specific revenue figure for this question and for this question, and then getting them to show us their drives. What's the goal? What's the main motivation? They're getting the agency, the gym, with the whatever, to whatever amount they said hit. And how would the agency, the whatever, actually change if you did hit XX per month? How would getting to XX per month actually have an impact on you and on other aspects of your life, right? So we're building up drive, like we're really making them want to get to that desired situation. So they have pain in the current situation, and they really have a massive desire to get to that desired situation. Okay, so currently at XX per month, and you want to get to XX per month. So this is whatever they said the current is, and whatever they say the desired is. So tell me, what's stopping you from doing this on your own? So to move forward with the goal, we need to get them to say one of these three things. Either I can't do it on my own because maybe I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the skills. I want it faster, or I want a shortcut, or I want to follow a proven system and be mentored by an expert. You need them to say one of these three things, or some sort of variation on one of these three things. So we need them to say that they need a service. So if they don't say one of these three things immediately, you want to use reframing. So maybe they're close to saying this. So they're like, or maybe let's say they don't have the knowledge, but they're not really saying it. So you ask, what's stopping you from doing this on your own? And they say, I just feel like my specialities are in other places. And so you can say, so are you saying that right now you don't have the knowledge to, right? They're basically saying that, but they're just not saying that. So we ask that reframing question, and they say yes, and so boom, you've got it. So reframe, and just make sure that they say one of these three things. And then, okay, and how is not being at XX per month and perhaps struggling to get there having an impact on you, right? Evoking more pain. And 6 months down the road, if the agency, the gym, the whatever, was still at the current amount per month, would you still be running it, right? This is a really important one, because if they can visualize the future going wrong, and they can visualize in 6 months' time, they're still only making like 5K per month, they're gonna really build up pain, and they're gonna be like, fuck, if this is still happening in 6 months, I'm gonna have to quit. So I need to take action right now. Obviously, taking action would mean buying a service. Okay, and when you're gonna fix this problem and actually hit XX per month, right? So the most common answer is gonna be as soon as possible, right? Because obviously, if they could snap their fingers, this is the value equation. If they can snap their fingers and immediately get it, they're gonna want it. So when you want to fix this problem, as soon as possible. And then, okay, I understand you're gonna fix it as soon as possible, but what is your level of commitment to actually making it happen? So maybe you can say like, another great thing you can say here is on a scale from 1 to 10, what is your level of commitment to actually making it happen? Because obviously, everyone's going to be say 10 out of 10, yes, I'm 100% committed, right? That's going to be the most common answer. So once you have this, you have the pain. So first of all, you've clearly defined they're a good fit, right? That's the most important thing. But then also, you've separated the current and the desired situation, and you have a lot of pain built up in the current situation, so that they want to move, they want to take action to get to that desired situation. Part 3 is pitching. So then you say, okay, Noam, those are really all the questions I have. And so I'm actually so obviously only say this if they're a good fit. I'm actually very happy to tell you that I'm absolutely certain that we are in a position to help you with this. Would you like me to explain how? They say yes. And then you say, well, here at XYZ Marketing, our area of expertise isn't helping XYZ type of person, so in your niche, this type of person in your niche, do whatever, like maybe it's get more clients, help with management, whatever services that you're doing, by implementing blah, 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 blah. Where you obviously don't say like, we'll use Facebook ads to go high level and Google ads. Don't say that, but give them a brief high level view of what you do. Don't say, if you do Facebook ads, ban Facebook ads from your vocabulary. Only talk about it if they ask about it. Okay? If you're using go high level, ban the word go high level from your vocabulary. If you're using Google ads, ban that word from your vocabulary. You don't want to mention it. You want to talk about the ends, not the means. And then you say, so after explaining what you do at a high level, the ideal client for us to work with is typically making between XX per month and XX per month. So let's say they're at 7.5K per month. You would just say the ideal client for us to work with is making between 5 and 10K per month, right? You just put their number in the middle of it, with the goal of getting that to somewhere between XX and XX per month. So once again, same thing. If their goal is 20K per month, you say with the goal of getting between 50 and 25K per month. So you want to make it look like to them that they're an absolute perfect fit for what you're doing. And the main problem we help solve them to get there is blah, 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 blah. So whatever it is that the main problem is, that's what you say, which obviously should be the thing that you're actually helping them with, right? If their main problem isn't something that your service helps, then they're not a good fit. Don't try and close them, right? This is the most important thing here. You should not, like morally and ethically, don't close someone who isn't a good fit. If you can't truly, genuinely help these people, don't close them, because you're selling your reputation for a 2K upfront fee. It's not worth it. Right? Only close people who are going to be a good fit. And also, if you're only closing people who are great fits, your level of conviction is going to be through the roof, because you actually know you can help every single one of these people. So it seems to me like you're a pretty perfect fit for what we do. So if it's right with you, are you happy for me to tell you how it works? And then, what you say is, so what I'll do right now is open up Miro, so I can just basically show you what a process looks like, kind of at like a macro high level. Okay? So this is, we show Miro, and we have a whole system basically on Miro, where we give a 2-minute pitch, around 2 minutes, it can be like 1-3 minutes, it doesn't really matter, around 2 minutes of how the system works, once again at a high level view. So if you want me to show you how to make this Miro, like kind of the entire process, of making the mirror, tell me, and I'll make another video on it. Because obviously I don't want to make like an hour-long video. I'd rather show you this video. If you like it, comment, and I'll make an entire video explaining what the pitch looks like on Miro and how to deliver it. So we call this the entering the system Miro. And then after you say this, you say, so when it comes to this whole process, what questions do you have? Then, so this is very specific. When you're asking this question, you say, when it comes to this process, what questions do you have? Because you don't want them to you don't want them to immediately ask what the price is. You want them to ask questions about the process first, so they can actually understand what you're doing before asking what the price is. You want them to understand the full value of the product before the price. Only when a prospect asks the price, you tell them the price. So in our whole pitch, we don't mention the price, right? We go over the pitch, they ask questions, and then eventually, one of the questions that will come up is the price. And then for that, we use incentive-based pricing. So we say, that's a great question. Our fee for the however long program is typically whatever amount, but we find that clients who make decisions to move forward on the first call get way better results with us. So if you were to start right now, we would also have the option of paying it in blah, 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 blah. So this price isn't your actual price. It's like an inflated higher price. And then this is where you say your real price. And here, you only, like, you have to stick with it. Let's say you say, we typically charge 6K up front, but if you were to start right now, it would only be 3K up front. If they leave the call, and then a day later come back and want the 3K up front, don't give it to them. The 3K up front is only for on the call. And then, so even in the pricing, you're not talking about a guarantee. You only bring it up when they ask, yeah? So with the guarantee, maybe you talk about the pricing, and they say, that's a lot of money, like, it's a bit risky. And then them saying a bit risky is a pretty good cue for you to talk about the risk reversal, which is the guarantee. So after doing this, all that's left is part 4, objection handling, and part 5, closing and signing. So part 4, you said the pitch, you said the price, you said everything. Now they have objections, you overcome them, and then you go into part 5, which is closing and signing. So it's kind of like the logistical part where we're sending the link, booking the onboarding call. So these two, I'm going to go over in the next video. So next Thursday, at least my time Thursday, I think it might be Wednesday for you. I'm going to show you how to go over these two. And then after that, if I've been getting good reception, I'm going to show you how to build out this 2-minute picture. Because this really is what brings everything together in Miro. Okay? You literally use this, obviously change everything, because this, like, the way that I say it works for me, because it's me saying it. But you saying it will be different to how I say it. You're going to have different mannerisms and a different lexicon, and you're going to speak in a different way to how I speak. So if you just copy the script word for word, you're going to fail. Like 100% guaranteed. If you just copy the script, you will not be successful. You need to use the script and use the framework of the script. Like, you know, the long questioning where you have current and desired and the pain point in qualifying. Use the structure 100,000%. Use it. But if you just copy it word for word, you will fail. Because it's not built for you. It's built for me. Yeah? Make sure 100% use this, but don't copy. Okay? So next video, we're going to go over objection handling and closing and signing. And then after that, comment if you want it. After that, I'll show you exactly how to make this entering the system Miro. Okay? So, hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next one. Okay? Bye-bye.